Well, so with something else in another topic. I was thinking about time. Now, time follows a path unlike its former. What do you think about that, really? Anyone watches this? Well, time follows a path unlike its former. Meaning that, not linear, really either, just time follows a path. Okay, meaning that's progressive indeed, how we talk in our language. Language is limited, but to us it's vast. The thing is, I want to talk about is something different. Now, paths unrelated, paths related in philosophy or anything is an interesting topic, really. Philosophy is great. Philosophy saves a lot of lives, saves a lot of time. Now, I was mentioning Plato in the last segment of caveman versus modern man versus Zen. The thing is, it looks like something very complicated can happen if time follows a path unlike its former. There'd always be progress, and there's not always progress in the right direction, but time marches on. It's true. Time does create, it's an expression. Time, it's in the Bible too. Time marches on probably is in the Bible. It's like when things are victorious, really, in the Bible. The victories in the Bible. A lot of them. Now, when you understand, you can't understand stuff sometimes either. It looks like what I think about, I don't know really where I derive the information from. Like I said, a good point to make at this point, is what I said a long time ago, almost bullshit, never clearly rolling. I did come up with that. Now, what that is complicated, really. But what I'm saying in this context now is actually something very interesting. If time follows a path unlike its former, how could almost bullshit, never clearly rolling be pertinent? Well, that's a long topic, really. When things are vast, right? Well, it looks like we're in a vast universe. Interesting, isn't it? Because it's pragmatic, meaning like, does it agree or not? Well, to us now, nothing stands the test of time that we've known so far, nothing that we've come across. So therefore, everything, is almost bullshit. Some things are illogical, too. Almost bullshit, never clearly rolling, yeah. It looks like it on localized areas like planets, you can think more. Perhaps in spacecrafts you can. The only thing about my discussion sometimes, the discussion of it, is what I want to get to, really, and it's tough. It's tough to get to it. I was thinking of this in my last playlist that I was working on. I was thinking of the empath. This is a phenomenon in Kundalini and just telepathy is accepted. Empathetic, okay, empath means you sense things, I think. Now, not like the sixth sense. That's super normal, paranormal. The sixth sense, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It looks like the sixth sense is a movie too, but that's another thing. If you can really get that far, interesting. Do you want to? Well, probably not. What I think actually is complex. It looks like something complicated can occur and the world is too vast. Plus, there's already emotion. I came with that too. It's another finding of philosophy. Some of my findings of philosophy were not unfruitful. That's a word, meaning that they're not. It's not a waste of time. Some things can be understood. I'm a personal believer in methodical understanding, but the world always is not run that way. Obviously, it's like chaos and order, like good and evil, changes all the time. So far as what we know, what we've seen. Anyway, getting back to my point, empath. Okay. Well, it seems if you know psychology a little, any path is not accepted. Path anything. Pathological psychopath, They worry about pathology. The path is Paths of Victory by Bob Dylan. I think he wrote that. Bob Dylan wrote Paths of Victory, I think. And then on an album. Anyway, what I think though, paths are nice, off the beaten path, but in contexts, I don't think empath is psychological or psychiatry anything. I think what we're working on sometimes, what I'm working on with myself really too, is it's related to paranormal too. Empath. It looks like interesting so far. What I think is fascinating to me, incarnations as paranormal. Kundalini to me is paranormal a lot. Paranormal. What I think particularly is it gets so far and stuff that people actually don't care and they just continue. But one point I wanted to make about empath, what people understand about it is various things. What I can understand about it really at this point is this. An empath can understand, like I said, they can perceive things, they can sense things. What an empath really in general can do is sense something very scary almost, and it freaks them out, or something very good. But in this discussion, I think it's something that I ponder so far, but the point's interesting because I clarified for myself and maybe other people that are interested in Kundalini and psychic phenomenon and all that stuff. Yeah, telepathy goes with telepathy, and telepathy for some people is very powerful. Some people isn't. Usually in modern times considered to be a fraud, not a fraud, but not considered correct. And then usually in modern times it is considered important to women more, to men less, but that's my perspective so far. It looks like a perspective that's interesting. I'm 49, so I have a different perspective on things. Anyway, the thing about this discussion, I'm going to get to a better discussion of something. It looks like to have empathy is not that bad. It means you have some kind of sort of compassion, but paranormal and perhaps supernatural, which is interesting. Well, what I want to get to, actually, I might talk about in the next segment. Thank you.